Hello everyone and welcome to the second midweek report. We are already 1 week down and less than half to go on the second, as I've decided to wait until Thursday to do this video, because Xbox seemed to want to randomly set people in private throughout the week. In order to give you an accurate representation of the leaderboard, I had to wait until some teams manually scanned to fix these problems. Otherwise we may have a team that should be in the top 3 instead be in the bottom 3 on the video, which would be completely wrong once they rescanned. Besides that, nothing too noteworthy has happened, so let's just go ahead and look right at the tables where hopefully your team is already sitting pretty, or this may be a, oh yeah, we need a score, wake-up call. On the team side, it's the Filthy Casuals who hopped out to an early lead, with their 203 achievements for 15,310 TA. Following right in their footsteps is the Unicorn Farts, notching 14,963 TA themselves on just 138 achievements. The third place team is the only repeat from the final top 5 of the first scoring period, as the Achievement Superhero Squad, who won the Achieveaholics badge last week, has made a strong case to take that badge back-to-back, as they have already raked in 398 achievements this week for 14,794 TA. Checking out the bottom, and it's Team Frozen, who just needs more than their 188 points, or else when it comes to the competition, they're just going to let it go. Up just 30 points from them sits Montana Conquistas, who have the lowest amount of achievements won in the bottom 5, with 13, for a total of 219 TA. The bottom 3 is rounded out with Team Aussie Boy 1991, who has just a 3-point advantage from the second to last place side, with a total of 222 TA from 16 achievements. One quick look at the bubble and it should show you exactly what to expect from week to week when 12 teams are in the crosshairs. As even at midweek, it's tight with only 18 TA points as the difference separating the drop from safety. And both teams on either side of safety have raked in 30 plus achievements themselves. Look to see that threshold needed for points to continue to climb into the weekend, as gamers will have more time to work on their scores. All 12 teams will definitely not want to be a part of the next dozen cutoff, so they will definitely try to go up the ladder. But these 3 have the hardest trip in front of them. But beware of the bonuses that are still out there though, as they can flip the table in an instant, so be fleet of foot. A quick switch over to the individual side and it's a whole new top scoring quintuplet, as Nyx has graciously decided not to go all out this week, leaving room up at the top for Finch Q, who has the lowest amount of achievements won for the top 5, with 84 achievements for 1600 gamer score, but 13,982 TA. You can only assume with a ratio like that though, it's going to be a summit to plummet for him. Coming in second is Paul Laserbeam with 13,651 TA from 118 achievements won. And rounding out the top 3 is Blood God Alucard, with over 1,000 TA gap between the top 2 teams and him, as he sits with just 12,612 TA from 159 achievements won. The top 4 have definitely broken away from the pack, as even the 5th place side is 4K off, but don't worry, that 4K resets back to 0 when the week rolls over. The bottom of the pack now, and it's Johnny Blazin sitting in a rough spot with only 1 achievement won and a total of negative 639 TA change. He has a mountain to climb and not a whole lime to climb it, as he has to scale 49 spots. But second place may not be too hard of a challenge for him, as Spartan 3 PC has only popped 1 achievement for himself for negative 471 TA. IPEI is still feeling a bit of a sting from ratio decay in week 2, as he's already banged out 28 achievements himself, but holds only a negative 452 TA change. The bottom 5 have a rockier road than the team side, as they have to make up over 45 spots instead of just 9. And you can only help yourself. Speaking of the line, let's take a look at it, and it's sitting in the negatives, which should come as no surprise as it stands with the amount of people still remaining and big ratioed games falling into place. But the difference is less than 2 points, and I highly recommend scoring some more this time, folks. You can't bank on the number of people that survived last week without popping a single achievement every single week. And you definitely don't want it to come down to decimals again when it comes to your survival. Like I said, nothing exciting now, as most of the fun happens on the last night, as teams decide whether to scan in their points right at the death or hold on to them to be used next scoring period. But beware that strategy can cause a sudden death to your team, as scanning with 2 minutes from time does not necessarily mean the scanner will hit you in time, as it tends to backlog at the end of a scoring period. Don't leave it late if you need it, and enjoy the rest of the week, folks.